Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I want to be making these ornaments here. I have this one, and this one. If you can't tell, I really like making Christmas ornaments. At least that is my kick right now. What I want to do is I want to use some of my fantasy film. I had fused a couple pieces together. You get different looks. And then I will try to have linked in the description box. I have a couple of sources for fantasy film, so I'll have that linked in the description box. So you're going to need some fantasy film. You're going to need your molds. I'm also going to be using these homemakers from little-windows.com. So I have those linked. I'm going to use some black pigment. I'm going to need a pipette and some scissors. And I have, off to the side, I have an ounce of resin mixed up. I did heat up part A in a warm water bath. But what I want to do is I want to put these in. I'm not going to use them suction cup down like they're intended, because these have a little spot. I think that's what these little things are for. I think you're supposed to be able to cut those out and use those to stick in there to create a little thing for the hole. But as long as you go all the way down like that, it should work. This one too. These come in handy. And I'll probably stop the drill, but not as much. So what I want to do is I'm going to drop, I don't know what I'm doing, as you can tell. I'm going to get my resin. Let's have it in that little cup. I'm going to get my pipette, and let's work on the smallest one. And I'm going to squeeze the pipette, stick it in the resin, and let go. Let that pipette fill up. Okay. And now I'm just going to drop some in these wells in here. I don't want to overfill them. I just want to fill the wells up, not the whole ornament. So that is my plan. I have some more pipettes off to the side because I know that I buy these in bulk, and although they're decent, they'll start giving out after a few squeezes. At least that's been my experience with these. Yeah, so I'm going to take my time in doing this to these ornaments. Probably could get another little well filled up. But anyway, I'll probably, I don't know, time lapse this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do this. And then I will be back after I get this one done. And I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I'm going to push this one to the back. And now let's work on this one. Okay, now we're going to do this one. Okay, I have these 3 filled, and now I'm going to take some of this here, and I'm just going to cut it. Cut some like that. Don't know how big I'm going to need this. Let me cut it down a little bit more. So I'm just going to cut little pieces like this. Hopefully I'm still in frame. Is everybody ready for Christmas? The ones that celebrate Christmas anyway. Are you ready? We are, pretty much. We have a really big party, Christmas party we hold with the family on Christmas Eve. I'm looking forward to it. Very much so. I'm going to get a silicone tool. No, I'm going to get a dotting tool. Well, dotting silicone tool. I'm going to dip a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to place it as easily as I can in that well without overflowing the well. I'm going to go to this one now, and I want to sink it into the resin. Let's go with 3 pieces in each one. So that's all I'm going to do. You want to make sure these are in the resin. Yeah, 3 pieces in this one's good. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can before my resin starts to set up. Because I did heat up part A in a warm water bath, I don't have as much work time with my resin. And that one's going to be giving me trouble. I don't know why, but it is. That's good. Just like that. So if I need some more, I'll cut some more. And when I'm done with this one, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, that one's done. Let's do this one. Okay, I cut up some real tiny pieces here. And I'm going to, oh no, I see I missed a whole section there. Do you guys dream of ideas? Ideas come to you in dreams? You do to me sometimes, not often, but once in a while I have a dream. And sometimes the idea works out, and sometimes it doesn't. But I figure if it's coming to me in a dream, I should pay attention to it, right? Yeah, it's much easier working with these little pieces. Somewhat easier. Just a whole channel there. One good thing is I'm using such a small amount of resin that it's not curing really fast. It's starting to get tacky, but that's okay. It's not gloopy yet. You don't want gloop. So I think that's all I'm going to put in this one. It's hard to tell if I have enough, but it's good enough. Yeah. So I'm going to start working on this one. Same thing, just start filling up these little channels. I got to work a little faster. So I'll probably see you for the next step because it's the same thing that I'm doing here. So I'm going to let this cure up just for a couple hours, and then I'll probably come back in and add a little bit more clear, and then go on to the step after that. So I'll see you for the clear, for the next clear coat. All right, it has been about 3 hours, and this is what I have. I'll show each one up close. So you'll see what I'm working with. I did this one off camera with my extra resin. I have an ounce of resin here, just clear resin. I did heat up part A in a warm water bath. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put some clear resin over the top. This is not fully cured, so we're going to do that. And I want to take this time to welcome all of my new subscribers and thank all of my returning subscribers for your continued support. I truly, truly appreciate it. I really do. If you want to support my channel, the best way to do that is by liking and commenting on my videos. That will let YouTube know that my videos are not only being watched, but there's engagement. And that means a lot to YouTube. So like and comment on my videos. Even if you don't not comfortable leaving an actual comment, something as simple as an emoji, like a snowflake emoji, I guess you could do. And I really enjoy reading your comments and the engagement. Did I put some in this one? No. So yeah. So I'll probably time lapse this. Oh, my head wasn't in there. Probably time lapse this and I'll go from there. Did I put some in this one? Yes. And then I'll come back and show you what I have when I'm done with this. Okay. And I will be back for the next step. Okay, these are cured. This is the one I did with the extra resin. We'll unmold that together. I have some black pigment. Hope I have enough in here. I'm gonna put some in my little, got 2 ounces of resin here. I might run it through my vacuum chamber. No, I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's the black. You can't see the yellow through the black, so that's black enough. A paper cup. Let's see if we can do this without making a mess. Don't want to fill it up too much because then you'll get the drips and all that good stuff. Make my point right there. I'm going to start with this one here. Probably made up way too much resin. I've been doing that lately. Got to get back into the groove of pouring resin, because I was getting pretty good at looking at a mold and determining how much resin I would need just by looking at the mold. But I lost that skill. You lose it quick though. You gain it back after you play around with resin for a bit. Let me see. I don't want to overfill this mold, but I don't want it underfilled either. I think that's good for that one. Let me check. Can take a little bit more. There we go. We'll spritz it with some 99% isopropyl alcohol. Get those bubbles out of there. And now let's move on to this one. I never poured this mold. Just want to get it down into the points. So let me get my dotting tool. Let's get the resin down in there. See how the points are open? I'll pick it up, show you. Don't want to make a mess, but there's nothing in there. There's an air bubble in that one. So we're going to get that air bubble out. Like so. We're going to push some resin in this one. Get that air bubble out. Probably need more resin than this. I don't think I ever poured this mold. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to pinch that. Okay, get the resin in and the bubbles out. Ooh, that one's not going to be good. That's got clear. And the tip of that one, I had a feeling that would happen. It will. Let's get some more in here. I hope these turned out okay. Okay, I think that's enough for that for right now. Let me spritz it with some isopropyl. Now we're going to move it. Look at this one. I'm just gonna push the resin in and give little pinches. Don't want to demold it. Just want to push the resin in. Seeing a lot of bubbles, but that's expected because it's having a hard time because I have a resin already in these molds. So it's not just filling them like you normally would. You're trying to push it in without demolding what's under. So I see bubbles in that. A lot of bubbles in that. I'll probably be pinching bubbles out of this mold for a while. I'd pull back on it, but I'm afraid I'm going to demold it. So I'm probably going to take my time doing this. I don't know if I'm going to keep recording it. You see what I'm doing. And I'll probably be back for the demold. All right, these are cured. They're a little bendy, not too much. So let's start with this blue one. I'm gonna pop that one out. That is just gorgeous. I love that glitter. There it is on the white. So pretty. And we're gonna put it on black. There it is on the black. I just love that blue. I've been trying to find it. I just can't find it. So there's that. Move this out of the way. I'll clean up my molds when we're done. Let's do this one. Okay. Let me bring it in. I hope these turned out nice. Move this out of the way. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Wow, that is so pretty. Black is closing it up. It's going away. Oh wow. So pretty. I got a little bit of cleanup to do on the sides. But there's that one. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, that's pretty. I have my gloves on because, like I said, they are soft. I don't want to get my fingerprints in them. Let's do this. I'm going to pull this out. I don't think I've ever poured these. I've had them since last year. So I'm just going to loosen it around the sides. I'm just going to pull it over. Pull that out. Okay. I see on this I have some little clear spots where the resin poured in, but I'm not going to stress over it. And there's that one. That is stunning. Wow, is that pretty? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's do this one. I'm gonna pull this out. Again, I'm just gonna try to loosen this up. Okay, got one side pulled. Oh yeah, see more clear in this one. But that's okay. Clean that up. So I can see that these points all have the clear. Let me see. Not ain't gonna work. There we go. The clear. Has some clear in those points, but not a biggie. Let's see what we got. Oh, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I hope my camera is picking those colors up. Let's do this one. Wow, that was tough. Let me get it going back the other way. Okay, notice I have some clear in the points. Just a couple of the points. That point there. A little bit of this point here. But let's see. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Oh wow, is that pretty? I like that. Which one is your favorite? Get that little extra. Aren't those pretty? I have some black cord. I'm just gonna do one on camera. Just some black cord right here. And I have my little dental floss thing here. Let's try this again. I did have to drill just a bit. Pull that through. And there is the ornament. Let me know what you think, or let me know which one is your favorite. This one's my favorite. Let me know what your favorite is in the comments. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to my subscribers, I truly appreciate you. Could not do this without you. You all have a great day and God bless. Bye.